Welcome back, horror lovers. If you love animals, then we hope today's story will make you change your mind. And if you're especially fond of panda bears, maybe you'll become terrified of them after watching this video. It all started years ago, in a country we cannot mention due to political reasons. A country where the government and all news outlets managed to hide from the public all evidence about what happened. What's important to know is that it happened during the New Year holidays. Many people had gone out to celebrate with friends and relatives, but many witnesses affirmed that a different atmosphere could be felt that day. At the station, the trains were full. However, all the passengers remained quiet. This was strange since the workers at the station dreaded the New Year holidays due to the chaos that always ensued. The train had only been traveling for 5 minutes and still needed to travel for 40 more minutes to reach its destination. And suddenly, someone clearly yelled, "He has a gun!" Everyone turned around to see what was happening. A masked person, wearing the fake panda head, had taken a young man hostage. More masked people suddenly appeared, all wearing the same fake panda heads. Some had guns, while others had rifles and shotguns. Everyone panicked, and chaos ensued as everyone desperately tried to push away everyone else, trying to get as far as possible from the terrorists. Then, one of the thugs, presumably their leader, shot the ceiling of the wagon. All the passengers froze and turned completely silent. The other thugs then pointed their weapons at some of the passengers to keep them intimidated. The panda heads then placed a few sacks on the floor, and still pointing their weapons at the passengers, they ordered them to put their phones, rings, and anything of value in the sacks. However, there was one passenger who was drunk, and not understanding the gravity of the situation started to laugh, and out loud declared that it was all a prank, and that nobody had any reason to be scared. However, the terrorists decided to demonstrate to everyone that the drunk man was wrong, so they dragged the train driver to the middle of the wagon and shot him in front of all the passengers. Witnessing that, a little girl who was holding her mother's arm started to cry in horror. One of the thugs then approached the little girl, took out a knife, and threateningly placed it on her neck. The passengers had no other option but to obey, and once the panda heads had obtained what they wanted, they stopped the train and got off. A black van was waiting for them. People say that after that incident, multiple attacks by terrorists wearing fake panda heads have taken place all around the world. However, it isn't known if they're all the same people, as not a single one of them has ever been captured, and unfortunately, the number of victims after each of their attacks isn't usually that low. Some of them end up becoming horrible massacres. To this day, nobody knows why the panda heads have never revealed their true intentions, or why their existence keeps being hidden and denied by governments and the media. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more horror videos, subscribe to our channel.